The older horses seem to be a little bit better, but I'm not completely convinced. We also have to see, in terms of the depth of the older horses, what Bob Baffert is doing with West Coast and Collected. We have not seen them in a significant amount of time. Collected hasn't run, I believe, since the Pegasus. I think it's been that long. And then, West Coast hasn't, competed since the Dubai World Cup, where he finished second. So it's very interesting what kind of a plan Bob Baffert has going with him. Mc Kinzie, we know, is somewhat turning, getting ready to, start to build his momentum for the Pennsylvania Derby. But this year it seems like Bob Baffert is being a little bit more scaled down in his efforts to make a run for the Breeders' Cup. Now, it backfired on a couple horses in the 2017 edition, not running more Spirit after the Metropolitan Mile, and he didn't run so well. So these long layoffs can be a little bit, of a concern and a little bit unsettling, especially after the way Gronkowski ran in the Travers. That was not a good plan to begin with. Granted, he had some setbacks, and Chad Brown had no other choice. I personally wouldn't have run him there, but when he was in there, you obviously have to, make an evaluation as to whether it can work or not. But no one should be surprised that he didn't run so well. So, again, the 3-year-olds have an identity that needs to be defined still, but I think Catholic Boy has certainly made his. It's a lot like being on a team, whether it's, football, basketball, where, you lose by 20 points, but, you scored 40. It's like, hey, I did my job. Even if, I didn't pass the ball to anybody, I did my job. That's the Allen Iverson angle. If you're Michael Jordan, like in the first 7-8 years of his career, and like, hey man, I scored 53. I needed a little bit of support there. I was trying to get my teammates involved. Then, people can say, absolutely. There's no one will dispute that. And so I think with Catholic Boy, it's like, I don't know what these other guys were doing. I did what I was supposed to do on Saturday, and Mendelssohn was the only other one that seemed to be interested in carrying the flag of the 3-year-old division. So that's what we're looking at right now. Catholic Boy is definitely your best 3-year-old right now. Mendelssohn is right there with, an opportunity to improve. Hofburg is on the outside looking in since he missed the Travers. We'll see how he comes about. Mc Kinzie, we can't expect the world from him, but we expect, as I said before, it's like being Tiger Woods, and especially when you're trained by Bob Baffert, that we, hold Baffert to a higher standard. And Mc Kinzie is a high-level horse, and we're holding him to a somewhat elevated status and standard of performance as well. We expect him to perform well enough to possibly be considered. Realistically, you can't expect him to be absolutely 100% ready to run so well in the Pennsylvania Derby that he could run in the Classic, but we'll have to wait and see. Bob Baffert may end up showing, the horse may end up showing that he could have easily run in the Travers if he had wanted to, but this year he wanted to kind of try, an experiment and go a little bit different route. But we'll talk more about the 3-year-olds along with all the other graded stakes winners and top 3-4 performers and the disappointments right here on the CS Racing Report.
Justify a 2-length lead as they come to the final 16. Good Magic on the outside is second. Audible third toward the inside. Then it's still Regard. They're coming to the wire. He's just awesome. Justify has won the Kentucky Derby.